We never like to see our Canes leave early to the NFL draft, but sometimes ya gotta do what ya gotta do. It's bound to happen at least with one player every season. The NFL's argument is frequently just too good. For Miami this offseason, Joe Jackson, Travis Homer and Venzell Boulware have all declared early for the NFL draft. Looking ahead a year, there are several current underclassmen Hurricanes that could jet to the NFL early in 2020. Jonathan Garvin. Garvin is the most obvious for this list. The rising junior has simply been phenomenal since he stepped on campus. Playing behind Chad Thomas, Trent Harris and Joe Jackson in 2017 as a freshman, Garvin still managed to record 2 sacks, as well as a fumble recovery. I've watched a lot of Canes Jr. to Joe Jackson. He's one of the toughest early round edge prospects for me to peg this year, and Miami's other day, so. Jonathan Garvin flashes every time. High upside player for 2020-21, James Thomas, at James Thomas, November 5, 2018. Moving to the starting position in 2018, Garvin jumped out onto the scene as a sophomore. His 17.0 TFLs were the second most a Miami defensive lineman has notched since 2006, though he was probably the third most dominant D-lineman for the Canes behind Jackson and Gerald Willis III. Going along with his TFLs, Garvin registered 5.5 sacks and returned one of his 2 fumble recoveries for a touchdown. Going into 2019, Garvin is regarded as one of the top Ds in the nation, and now being the leader of the Miami defensive line, we can only expect a monster season from. And as far as the NFL goes, if history is any indication for Miami defensive ends, we could very well see Garvin depart early. CFB top returnees 2019 DE1 Kenny Willekes, Michigan State 2 Chase Young, Ohio State 3 Nick Coe, Auburn 4 Jonathan Garvin, Miami Florida 5 Xavier Thomas, Clemson 6 AJ Epinesa, Iowa 7 Jaquan Bailey, Iowa State 8 Curtis Weaver, Boise State 9 Jabari Zuniga, Florida 10 Rashad Weaver, Pittsburgh, CFB Focus, at CFFM Walksman, January 25, 2019 Jeff Thomas, WR, the prodigal son has returned to Miami, and oh we're so happy to see him back. One of the most talented receivers the Hurricanes have seen in years, Thomas possesses the speed and the hands to be an NFL receiver. What he lacks in height, the St. Louis native makes up with his dynamic playmaking ability. 2018 saw Thomas transform into one of the most productive WRs in the nation, at least for a few months. In 11 games, Thomas hauled in 35 catches, 563 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and remember, most of this was with Malik Rozier at quarterback. Thomas also returned a punt for a score, and averaged 24.6 yards a punt return. With the right quarterback play, Thomas is a Biletnikoff award-winning caliber receiver. Although 2020 looks like a stacked year at the receiver position, Thomas could potentially be one of those top guys. DJ Dallas, RB, if there's been one player that has fit the U like a glove in the past couple years, it's Dallas. Showing versatility at the running back position as a freshman in 2017, the Georgia native broke out in 2018 with 617 yards and 6 touchdowns, and all these stats came behind Travis Homer. Along with Jeff Thomas, Dallas also showed off his return skills. Dallas has the intangibles that would make a solid NFL running back with his size and height, though 2019 he'll look to improve on his speed. This season Dallas will most likely be number 1 on the Canes RB depth chart, so look for the ambassador to increase his draft stock. Trajan Bandy, CB, probably the least likely Cane to declare early in 2020, that doesn't mean it can't happen for Bandy. This cornerback grabbed everyone's attention with his pick 6 against Notre Dame in 2017 and solid freshman play, and then in 2018 it was Bandy's season stats that were turning heads. A little undersized at 5'9", it didn't stop Bandy and Michael Jackson developing into one of the top cornerback tandems in America, helping Miami rank first in the country in pass defense. Bandy was selected to the All-ACC third team, coming in as one of the top CBs in the nation. Bandy was the breakout star for Miami in 2018, and just like Dallas and Garvin, the veteran players at their position are now gone to the NFL, so don't be surprised to see Bandy receive some national accolades in 2019 that may just push him to the draft early. You also have Navon Donaldson at offensive lineman, but that seems very unlikely. The good news for Miami is that the strength of their team right now is their youth. While I expect Garvin to leave early for the 2020 draft, I'd be surprised to see the other three depart. Go Canes!